One of the notable changes for me was when diversity was brought in onto the board. For so many years you've seen men around that table, and now, we've got 2 women. I just felt really proud. That's what diversity is all about.
For me, as an Indigenous man myself, I've seen the inclusion of having cultural support. For LCSI, we've brought in a cultural awareness course, so let them know what's going on with you, if you're having a hard time, and them taking it in.
When I started working in the office environment, it was quite taboo for women to take a long time on maternity leave, whereas now it really surprised me how many members of senior leadership congratulated me, said this is the most important role in your life.
One of the great things I've seen is the introduction of targets and quotas, but I do believe in targets far more than quotas. We're seeing a lot more diverse talent come through the ranks, so the bigger that talent pool is, the better our ability to choose.
It is a matter of people being their authentic self to kind of allow others to then also do the same. Does that make people more willing to want to pursue the career in the construction industry? But it creates diversity and it breaks those stigmas.
Some companies were already very progressive and already had strong maternity leave and already were trying to build in flexible working into their companies. But with COVID, it just proved that you don't have to do your work between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
We've got currently in New South Wales 5 Indigenous apprentices. I'm soon to be a tradesman, which will be a bit of a big booster for them as well. When you feel included, obviously you can work the best.
Sometimes there's behaviours that I think is not even conscious, like everyday banter or genuine conversation that males to males have, but as soon as you replace that male and put a female in there, it's not there.
Personally, I've had some abrasive experiences emerging within the construction industry. I was met with confrontation in an interview setting. The conversation started to turn down a personal path where I was being asked if I had a female partner. Which straight away made me recoil. It really does kind of put a bit of a dampener on people wanting to actually emerge within the construction industry.
I started when I was 14. I had to slowly keep on going back to school, but at my own time. When you're going through that process, it's a bit harder to be accepted. Back then, if I didn't have a year 10, well then I'm an idiot. If I didn't have a trade, well, you're a labourer. It always goes down all them points, and people cop it every day.
When I became dad, it may still be the case, paternity leave is only 1 week. That needs to be increased, but equally I think maternity leave needs to be looked at and revised as well.
The real barrier for me is encouraging women, and that has to come from high school. To improve diversity is actually getting more younger people passionate about construction from a young age.
You still got to come across people that are still in those fixed ways. Unconsciously, they don't really know that it's wrong. For them, it's just the way they were brought up, and it's a hard thing to filter out.
People look at it and say, I can't fit in there, I can't be a part of it, I'm going to go work in a different industry. Then we're going to actually suffer the ability to attract and retain. So attracting talent's one thing, but retaining talent relies on having an inclusive culture. You actually feel part of it and you feel like you can be yourself there.
I guess adapting and changing is probably your biggest barrier, and people, resisting the change. They've just got this old mindset that, it needs to be done in a certain way, where we all know it can be done in many ways now.
To kind of neutralise the stigma is to create promotion of events, or even highlighting the fact that said company acknowledges LGBTQ+, recognising that this company is willing to take an opportunity on such individual and foster them.
Instead of saying, yeah, we have to get this quota, take the quota out of it and just be honest with your actual company and be like, all right, so we need everyone. Instead of saying, nah, we've got to get a target.
If there's one thing, it would be every single person in the industry have training on unconscious bias and develop a relationship with your bias so that you can understand it and know when you're showing your bias, which will help you be more inclusive.
If it's someone from a different culture, get out there, learn from their culture, broaden your own mind, educate other trades, educate everyone that it's an open mind, it's an open field that everyone should be welcomed.
I'll hit the delete on the stereotypes. So hit the delete button on Stereotyping, hit the delete button on bias, unconscious bias. Can probably go a lot further than just providing diversity. I think we can probably do a lot more.
There was more opportunities to have social events, especially coming out of COVID. Getting to know each other, I think that'll also dramatically improve the culture that comes with it in whatever industry you're in.
Making work fun.
Yeah, making work fun.
Oh my God, can't you edit that?
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Very good talking, even 3 professionals.